found out that the guest artist was John Anderson of the group Yes. And people at first said, John Anderson, that sounds really familiar. And then she said, the lead singer of Yes. And we're all like, no way!
I have a bunch of his Yes CDs, and I've listened to it for a while, and my dad got me into it, and so I was like, are you serious? This is going to be so cool.
Anyone who knows Yes's music is going to know that the music is so orchestral and so lush and so rich. And then on top of John's poetry and his voice, just lend itself so naturally to the orchestra that really it's a no-brainer.
It's going to be a great experience for me, and the young peeps are just fantastic. They're really special.
C.Y.O. is the first and still the only youth orchestra of its kind in the world. We have 112 musicians between the ages of 12 and 18, and we only do new music. So there's no Bach, Mozart, or Beethoven happening on our time. It's all new and exciting and current.
Well, actually, I've worked with orchestras all over the world with Yes. It's interesting, you know, if you go to like these big orchestra companies, they're not really into what you're doing. They want to do Beethoven, they want to do Stravinsky, which is perfect, you know, for them. So these kids, they want to play this music. They don't differentiate whether it's good or bad. They just love playing it, you know, so it is a blessing.
These concerts prepare you for what the real world in music can be. You don't have to play Beethoven in a concert hall. You can actually play with rock artists and, you know, okay, we're going to cut this, we're going to add this. And it's like putting on a real show. It's so professional, and it's really prepared me to deal with all different types of music.
They get to be the first to do something, and that gives them the opportunity to bring life to something that hasn't been performed yet. The addition of the 60-member chorus that we have is breathing even more life into what we're doing. So it's not just orchestral, what it is that we're doing, but also having these children's voices singing with John or singing the backup is just, it's phenomenal.
Combining it all just like fills in every little gap of what it could possibly be, and just once the choir came, it finally like brought full meaning to everything.
They sing so good, and then the orchestra, you get the combination of the two, and at times it's sort of lifting off the ground, which I love, you know. When you hear 100 kids playing it back to you, it's quite amazing. There's some energy going on that's beyond us.
Well, we start a couple months before the artist comes in, so we started rehearsing for this about 8 weeks ago. We were really ready for him to be here. We needed him to really help take us to the next level because we needed his input on what we were doing.
So when we started rehearsing, I was thinking, well, State of Independence is a very powerful song that I wrote with Vangelis. It was a big hit for Donna Summer many years ago, and I've always sang it on stage.
My personal favorite tune is State of Independence, hence the name of the show. His words in State are about being an individual, not being a follower. That goes along with the philosophy of C.Y.O. And one of our missions is to create musicians who are independent thinkers. Nothing is electric that we're doing for this concert. Everything is in its natural state, and it just seems so fitting to have his music have this just breathing behind it, you know, and then of course the innocence of youth playing it. It's really going to help keep his music alive.
Working with young musicians is just the best. We put on a great show. That's what we all want to do.